everybody. Lance Russell and Gordon Soley with Dave Brown right along ringside, and we're ready to go with another big day. I like it right from my very opening match, Gordon. Woo.
Absolutely. The Dirty White Boys are going to be in action. Also, we're going to be seeing the international heavyweight champion, Eddie Gilbert, and, of course, the Mid-America champion, Iron Mike Sharp. It's going to be quite a program.
We've got a whale of an expiration of time match, too. We're going to have the Nightmares, Wayne and Davis, going against the team of the Baton twins in here, and that ought to be quite a tag team action. My golly, just looking down at it, we got so many matches spec, we better get underway right here. We're going to be back and into action in just one moment.
Tonight on the TV5 Midnight Movie, a classic Dickens tale of a mysterious benefactor who turns a poor orphan into a gentleman of wealth.
Look, I didn't mean what I said about it.
Of course you didn't, Pet. Just remember, hold on to your crown in London town.
Sarah Miles and Michael York in Great Expectations. Midnight tonight on TV5.
I'm Brenda Wood in Egypt, on the banks of the Nile. To the world, it's one of the 3 largest rivers. To Egypt, it is lifeblood running through the arteries of the Middle East. It was the Nile that gave life to the land of the pharaohs, and Cleopatra and King Tut knew her value well.
The Nile is to Cairo what the Mississippi is to Memphis. In fact, the Nile once flowed right next to the ancient Egyptian capital of Memphis. Join me for a trip halfway around the world to Egypt on the Nile in my special reports this week on Action News 5.
The Dirty White Boys along with Jimmy Hart to appear in the ring, and there you can see Jimmy Hart. But wait a second, we got a little change here.
We got a little substitute today. One of my Dirty White Boys had a little car trouble, baby, but Danny Davis, one of my main men of the first family, is going to jump in the ring to be Lynn Denton's partner, because any chance he gets to take care of these little bleached blonde bubbleheads, he wants a chance to do it, and that's what we're going to do.
That's right,
baby.
Jimmy, I'm ready, baby.
Come on, baby, he is ready, baby.
Well, okay, so it'll be Danny Davis and one of the Dirty White Boys against the team of Steve Constant and Tim Ashley. This should prove to be one heck of a match, Lance.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good test in there, because Denton and Danny Davis both have plenty of experience. I'm interested in a Wimp Buster sign over there. I think they mean that for Hart the Wimp. Let's go right now and get the introductions, if we can, to Dave, who's right in the middle of all of Jimmy Hart's mouth running up there. Okay, Davey.
This match is going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing at 456 pounds out of Louisville, Kentucky, Steve Constant and Tim Ashley. Going against them at a total of 405 pounds with their manager, Jimmy Hart. From Jackson, Tennessee, Danny Davis. And from San Francisco, California, one of the Dirty White Boys, Lynn Denton. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
All right, so it'll be the Dirty White Boy, Lynn Denton, and Danny Davis moving out against Steve Constant and Tim Ashley, who are known as the Louisville Sluggers. They are a good-looking young team, no question about it. They have about 1 year experience in the pro ranks. And it's Davis wasting no time. You know, of course, what happened last week regarding the Louisville Sluggers. Good high backdrop. Davis upended. And complaining to the referee, but there was no pulling of the trunks there.
Tights, Gordon Soley, tights. He pulled the man's tights.
Jimmy Hart complaining of the same thing, but it was not the case. All right, Denton moving out now. As we said, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Louisville Sluggers in the white trunks. Bowled up against the ring ropes. And he ducks away from it, but caught on that side headlock, and once again they're back into the rope. This time Denton connects. He connects again, high in the chest. He misses with a roundhouse right in his bump with a drop kick. Denton down to the canvas, and Jimmy Hart very upset. And let's see if Mr. Hart wants to complain this time. And with really nothing to complain about, because that was as well executed a drop kick as I've ever seen. Good side headlock now on Denton. Tag is made. Louisville Sluggers tagging it. Steve Constant and Tim Ashley moving out against this team of Len Denton and Danny Davis. Referee Jerry Calhoun, they fire him off the ropes. Good rolling reverse, but slipped through. And it's Denton very quickly retaliating now, brings him up into a full body slam. And now more percussions to that spinal column. Mr. Hart making some comments again.
You see how the dirty white boy was quick to take advantage of that kid's mistake. He's green, baby. Look at him. Maybe one day, but not now. Maybe one day, but not now, baby. Dirty white boys, Danny Davis.
All right, the comments from Jimmy Hart, the leader of the first family of professional wrestling, as he calls it. Irish whip off the ropes, caught him with an elbow coming off. Connected very solidly with that one. And you can hear the crowd picking up the chant, "Go, Steve, go." And Steve Constant in trouble here, needs to get over and tag up. Steve Constant off the ropes. Double dose of trouble that time as they caught him with the backs of their elbows into those pectoralis majors and drove him to the canvas once again. Danny Davis now using the flat of the foot very effectively and using that forearm around the thoracic area of the back. And they have really been concentrating on that spinal column, Lance.
Certainly have been banging away on it, and Davis can nail you hard. He is built in that short, stocky package. There's a tag on Lynn Denton, and Denton wails him right across the back, too, and the referee manhandles Davis out of there.
Irish whip off the ropes once again. Good pull, the rolling reverse. Broken up by Danny Davis. And Calhoun, and a severe chastising going to Danny Davis for that interference.
Hart reported car trouble for one of the dirty white boys. Gordon, I wouldn't be at all surprised if Davis just didn't want a chance to get in there after being unmasked by Constant and Ashley. He probably just wants a shot to get back at these guys. He's that kind of fellow.
Well, and Jimmy Hart is just devious enough to allow something like that as well. Steve Constant in a lot of trouble here as he needs to get over and make that tag with Tim Ashley. Once again, an Irish whip takes him off the ropes. Caught him coming in. Good counter. Excellent counter that time as he tried to set him for a high hip toss. And Steve Constant blocked it, but as he did, found himself entrapped in a bear hug now. And notice the way he's coming down low on the rib cage, and that forces the air out of the lungs. That upward, forward motion drives that air out so near and yet so far, trying to make that tag.
Yeah, look at that. Danny messed that up.
Again, referee Jerry Calhoun watching, and now the tag is made once again. So Steve Constant has been kept in the ring. Tim Ashley has, wait a second. Oh, brother.
I don't know whether we could see it or not. I heard the noise and looked and saw Ken Wayne running out of there with a chair, Gordon.
Yeah.
What, he must have hit Ashley with a chair over in the corner. And look at Constant.
He caught Ashley and caught him from behind. Belly to back suplex on Constant and got the 3 count. He got the... And I'll tell you what, an overjoyed Jimmy Hart, but, well, we can take another look at that. And you see exactly what we're talking about here.
He
There you see him in the corner of the screen, catching
the
him
far
from
right
behind
hand
with a chair.
side. That's right. Ken Wayne in there with a chair nailed Tim Ashley, so that when Constant did get to the corner, there was nothing but air to tag over there. And a typical hard-type move as they ended up removing one of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got Davis and Wayne approaching the desk here along with Mr. Jimmy Hart.
You got it, Sully. Get over here. Let me tell you something, boys. You want to see our face? You want to see them. You want to take these masks off us, didn't you? Let me tell you something. You made the statement that you were going to be our worst nightmares. So, baby, you're just now beginning to see what the nightmares can be. Because we're going to be in your sleep. We're going to be in your matches. We're going to be in your brain, and we will be your worst nightmare, baby.
You got that right, kid. You got that right, kid. Let me tell you something, pretty boys. You made a mistake right here. This right here was a symbol of 5 years. Blood, sweat, and tears, baby. And nobody's going to embarrass us in front of 8 million people. At least of all you're not going to use us for stepping stones. And every chance we get, every time you get up in the morning, look at that mirror, you're going to be looking at Ken Wayne and Danny Davis. And I promise you, we'll kick your butts, and you will be our nightmare, baby.
And one more thing, baby. All you can do to embarrass us or humiliate us and make us mad enough to get fired up is take off these masks. But let me tell you something, baby. You ain't got masks for us to take off to embarrass. So I'll tell you what we'll do, man. We know how bad we are. We'll take you in that ring, and we'll take them tights off you and embarrass you in front of everybody, baby. Your tights. We'll get your tights off.
That's real smart.
All right, well,
a couple of real professionals come out of comment
really,
like
they're
that.
pretty irate over losing those masks. There's no question about it. But we'll be back right after these words.
Mid-South people are some of the best people I ever met. Not only are they warm and friendly, but they're very dependable, just like the folks at Best Country WMC. Now, you can count on them for fast and accurate news, for instant radar weather, and helicopter traffic reports. They've always played the best country music, and now they're playing more than ever before. And with Bill and Eloise to get you going in the morning, there's no doubt about it. It's the best country around. Best Country WMC 79.
A planned visit by the President of the United States and Bedlam on the next Fame.
I saw Cattle Queen of Montana over 20 times, and I guarantee you that was his voice.
This is a dress you bury Mary Poppins in, not a dress for a person.
Don't miss the best television on television. The next episode of the Emmy Award-winning Fame. Fame, 6 Sunday evening on TV5.
In Earl, Arkansas, and across the Mid-South, people are talking about Action News 5.
I like Channel 5 News because it's the best news. It covers everything, and it's all spoken plain.
I like hearing about the wrestling from Big Jack.
I really like Mason Granger and Brenda Wood because they give good coverage of the news, and I like Dave Brown because he is the best weatherman.
And all in all, I would just say you all have the best news.
Action News 5. People are talking about us.
Gentlemen, are you familiar with the term zombie?
Friday night at 7 on TV5, enjoy the world television premiere of a made-in-Memphis film. A takeoff on the 1950s horror flicks entitled I Was a Zombie for the FBI. Invite your friends over and get your popcorn ready for I Was a Zombie for the FBI. 7 Friday night on TV5.
They're talking about him being nightmare. As long as he's got that chair, I guess he's some kind of a nightmare to sneak up and hit you. We had it on tape in there. We saw him come from behind on you.
Well, Lance, I guess that just goes to show we've got a lot to learn. We haven't been in this business about a year, and I guess it just goes to show we've got a long way to go.
Well, it takes time to learn about guys like the
we understand
Nightmare,
that.
Steve.
We just want these people to, we know we've got a lot of great teams in this area that they've seen before, like the Fabulous Ones, Lawler and Valiant, and we know we've got a long way to go to catch those guys, but we're giving it 100%, and we'll continue to do so.
Well, I think you got tremendous potential, both of you, but it does take a lot of learning lessons like that.
Well, we appreciate all the stuff you and Gordon and Dave have said about us. You all said a lot of great stuff about us, and we're just going to continue to give it 100%. That's all we can say right now.
I don't guess anybody could ask for any more than that, Tim. We just wish you a lot of good luck in there.
Thanks, Gordon.
When a mistake is made, something happens like that, I guess maybe you'll be looking over your shoulder whenever you're around the nightmares again.
Like Steve said, Lance, we've got a long way to go. We're inexperienced. We've only been doing it about a year. But we would like to tell these people, we would like to tell the people that we appreciate them supporting us.
We appreciate your honesty.
Wait a minute.
What are you punks? Playboy, you're a little bit later now. Will you leave these guys alone?
You ain't got no business out here. You can't even win a match.
Hey, come on.
Hey, I don't care.
Give them an opportunity to finish what they've got to say.
That's okay, Lance. We've said what we've got to say. That's okay. It's okay.
That's about time. Go ahead and leave.
I appreciate your honesty, which is more than I can say about some of the people that come out
Here's
here.
a winner, Playboy. Tell them, baby.
Look, please quit sending me all those undergarments. I don't want them no more. And I don't want this laughing and talking. I am very serious, Lance. Look here, I get phone calls. I can't handle them. I don't know what I'm going to do. They both throw things in my yard, and I ain't going to say what to throw in my yard, but don't send me this stuff no more. Hey, Jimmy, look at all this gold.
He's trying to say he's got an open contract for anybody and everyone, baby. You want to fight the Playboy? Just sign your name. He is ready, right? I'm ready. Cards and letters coming in. Playboy.
Anybody.
Okay.
No matter who it is. You understand me?
I heard what you had to say. Yes,
Those punks don't even belong in a wrestling ring.
Okay, fine. Well, I think we're about ready for more action in the ring, as a matter of fact. Playboy Frazier intruding out here. Not unusual. He's a big man, and he comes rolling in to have a word or two, and he certainly has made himself heard. All right, let's go to Dave. I think we're about ready for our next bout, David.
Got a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match coming up right here. Here comes the international champion, and this is a non-title match coming up here. One-fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing, wrestling out of Memphis, Tennessee at 203 pounds, David Johnson. And going against him from Lexington, Tennessee at 216 pounds, with his manager, Jimmy Hart, the international champion, Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
All right, now, David Johnson, a speedster in the ring. He is an exceptionally quick man in the ring. Gilbert holds a slight weight advantage, but not enough to be of any real consequence. However, Gilbert does hold the edge in experience, and that is going to be perhaps a telling factor here. See what happens now as Johnson moves up. It's collar and elbow. And trying to bring Gilbert up into about his... Oh, brother. Gilbert just upended him. Sheer outpowered him that time. But Johnson tried for a scoop slam, and it just didn't work at all. Good block, good counter. The experience of Gilbert showing here as the international champion. Once again, they lock up collar and elbow. And it's Johnson. And all Gilbert did there was limp arm him, and...
Is this the guy, the Great Black Hope or the Great Black Dope? Which one is it? Come on, tell me.
Funny,
he don't show and tell us
Funny.
nothing, baby.
Mr. Hart's purely extraneous and superfluous comments. Once again, Johnson locks up his collar and elbow. This time they're into the ring ropes. Irish whip by Johnson. Well, Gilbert is just outsmarting him, just outthinking him all the way.
Yeah, Gordon, we've said it before. I think when you have a second-generation wrestler, they are experienced far beyond the years that they've had in professional wrestling because they've grown up with it all their life, and I think Gilbert's a good example. He's a smart wrestler in that ring.
He is indeed, and he has been staying 2 and 3 steps ahead of Gilbert all the way down the line. And there, Gilbert slipped away from a side headlock and a hip lock takedown. So Gilbert has been strictly counter wrestling against David Johnson. Johnson circling him once again, closes up. Again, collar and elbow. And up into the... and again, Gilbert is just solidly ahead of his man, catching him off balance, and now just little open-handed slaps against the face. And those are designed to humiliate and anger Johnson. They're certainly not designed to hurt him in any way, Lance.
No, he's doing some more of his hot stuff routine in there. In the corner, Johnson nails him with a right. That got his attention, Gordon.
It did it. Wow. Ooh. Gilbert fired right back with a forearm. He came out like a juggernaut and caught him. A single forearm that caught Johnson right on the button. And that sent that paralysis through the body. And we'll take another look at that, and you'll see what I'm talking about, the sudden explosive power of... here you see Gilbert in the corner. Now watch Gilbert come charging out. You could see that forearm connected solidly on the button of David Johnson, put him down for the count. And Gilbert knew he had him from that very moment, and there you see the count being told.
Yeah, he gives that hot dog stance with just one foot on his chest to let everybody know he had him good. He did, in fact.
And I'll tell you what, he just outclassed him all the way. Speaking of class, we got some good words coming up right now.
The furniture and appliances you buy today can still be delivered before Christmas. Fleming Fine Furniture is thinking of you this Christmas with excellent furniture buys for every room in your home. A beautiful home adds so much to a happy holiday, and it's not too late to get your furniture from Fleming's. Fleming's has super savings, quick delivery, and instant credit. You don't need a new house to have a new home this Christmas. Not when Fleming Fine Furniture is so affordable. It's time to get to the Fleming store near you in Memphis or Jackson. Merry Christmas.
Elvis Presley, the most popular singer of all time, would have celebrated his 50th birthday in January. To mark this worldwide event, we present Elvis Memories, a different kind of special, created with love and understanding, and illustrated with very personal home movies and rare, never-before-seen film footage. Elvis Memories, coming in January to TV5.
Come floating down.
The fun can't be beat on Tic-Tac-Toe when host Wade Martindale brings you the hottest half hour on television. Watch two lucky contestants battle the board and test their knowledge in 9 exciting categories, hoping to win big before being caught by the dragon. But it's all in fun, and there's lots of it every day. So why don't you join the winners on Tic-Tac-Toe?
Free weekday afternoons on TV5.
Be sure to join us for New Year's Eve at Overton Square, brought to you again by TV5 and FM 100. Enjoy wrestling at the Mid-South Coliseum. Then, as a bonus, ride the TV5 and FM 100 free shuttle bus service to and from New Year's Eve at Overton Square. Remember, December discount prices are still in effect for wrestling on New Year's Eve, with children under 12 admitted free. So enjoy both. Wrestling at the Coliseum, then join us for New Year's Eve at Overton Square. The fun starts at 10:30.
Okay, we got some very strong news coming up about wrestling on Friday night, the 28th. We'll get to it in a moment. Eddie Gilbert, the hot stuff, the international heavyweight champ, had a very easy match. But, my friend, I don't think on December the 28th, when your next defense of your international title, it's going to be quite as easy. You think it's a
big deal? I do. I think it's a big deal.
Well, let me tell everybody who is coming in to challenge Eddie Gilbert for the international title. Here's a guy who has all the physical abilities, an excellent football player. He's a fine amateur wrestler, became an outstanding professional wrestler, won the Southern heavyweight title when nobody thought he had a chance. Coming in as the challenger for Eddie Gilbert's international title will be Terry Taylor.
My breakfast is, oh no.
All right,
it's
Jimmy.
Turning my oh no.
You and Eddie Gilbert have got something in store for you. I'll tell you what you do. Let's take a look at some
video. As a matter of fact, I enjoyed it so much. Can we see one now, Terry Taylor by himself in single matches? I want to see how great he is. I saw him in tag matches, all in there.
Hey, just let me remind you that he won the Southern heavyweight title and held the title for a while.
Come on, Lance. You know, that's just like 1984 will be in a couple of weeks. Past tense, past history. We're talking about now. We're talking about the international heavyweight champion is Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert. And I noticed a while ago you used the term hunk. Well, let me tell you what I'm going to entitle Friday night. We're going to entitle it, we're going to turn a hunk into a punk night in Memphis. That's what I'm going to do to Terry Taylor. Now, Lance, I'm going to give you a little thing here. If you know any good plastic surgeons here in Memphis, I think you need to give them a call. If you know any ambulance drivers, you need to give them a call because, see, I've been taking it easy. I've been laying back just like I did with David Johnson today, you know, give me some competition. Well, Terry Taylor is pretty tough, I'll have to say that.
You're right.
Well, when Terry Taylor steps in the ring with hot stuff, the champion, brother, I'm going to rearrange that face of yours like you've never seen it before. I'm going to make you so scar. You remember the movie Scarface? That's where he's going to be starring, and the next time they have Scarface 2, it'll be Terry Taylor, believe me.
Well, I'll tell you, that's why they've got the match, and that's why the international belt will be on the line. You better get prepared to pair.
One other thing, it's all your people's fault what I'm going to do to Terry Taylor. I'm going to tell you now, just because you cheered for him so much.
Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert, making his threats on Terry Taylor. Well, let me tell you, he's going to find out. He has got quite a gentleman. And listen, Taylor's picked up a lot of experience since the last time he saw him, too. Okay, that's just one of the outstanding bouts that'll be coming up on Friday, December the 28th. Let me give you all the news. Goodness gracious, we got a bunch of it. December special prices will be prevailing. As a matter of fact, more than just the $3 general admission seats. Listen to this. For this Friday, December the 28th, special matches coming up. The admission prices will be $3 general admission, $5 and $6 on the other seats. That means a buck has come off the tickets right there, including the $3 right there for the general admission. Now, children under 12 will be admitted free to general admission. Under 12, free to general admission. And here is the further big news. And, brother, if you can't close out a year any better than this, I don't know how it's possible. From $2 to $1, so that your parking at the Coliseum will be only $1 now. Ticket price is just $3, $5, and $6 for this Friday, December the 28th price. And that's not to say that we've got just some fair matches coming up, because, brother, that entitles you to come in and see a night of great action. Lanny Poffo will be going against the spoiler in the opener. We're going to have the ladies returning to the Coliseum when Candy Devine faces Amy Monroe in the gals match. Big Playboy Frazier will be going against Tojo Yamamoto. We're going to have a match with the Nightmares, Wayne and Davis, going against Constant and Ashley, and that way they'll get a chance to settle a few things. The Interns with Troy Graham, listen to this, going against the Dirty White Boys with Jimmy Hart. All right. That's one and the first time that we've had that kind of a confrontation between Hart and Graham with their two teams meeting each other. A Mid-America heavyweight title match, Handsome Jimmy Valiant will be challenging the Mid-America champion, Iron Mike Sharp. I talked to Jimmy about it as soon as I had heard that he had signed the match with Sharp. He said he's got some ideas about how to handle Mr. Sharp and that arm brace that he's got. Then an international title match. Eddie Gilbert defending against Terry Taylor, and that will be worth the price of admission in itself. The final match, who is coming back in but the Englishman, Adrian Street, to give Jerry Lawler a challenge for the Southern heavyweight title. All of that lined up for you, and the prices, by golly, you just can't beat it. $3, $5, and $6. Parking will be just $1. And remember, you can not only get your tickets at the Coliseum at the box office, the regular box office, which opens at 10 o'clock and is open every day, Monday through Friday. You have a chance to get your advance tickets all day on Monday in there. But you also have all of the Ticketmaster locations. I've got a list of them, but I don't want to confuse you. We will one day take time to give you the entire list of them. You can get them like at the Naval Air Station, at Cook Convention Center, at M.M. Cohen, at Laurelwood and Southland Mall, and some others in there. You can get your tickets at the Ticketmaster locations for 50 cents extra. That will save you driving, as a matter of fact, to the Coliseum. But you can come on out to the Coliseum and get them at $3, $5, and $6 for a big night of action. Hey, do you remember in just a moment we're going to be giving you some words about Adrian Street? Right now, let's take a look at this message.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else, like Selsun Blue.
Doctors and pharmacists recommend Selsun Blue more than all other leading brands combined. It's #1. What that means to you is no leading brand gets rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, or try it yourself. That's all the proof you'll need. Selsun Blue. It's #1.
Adrian Street will be in here challenging Jerry the King Lawler to the Southern Heavyweight title. And here he comes right now, the champ, Jerry Lawler. Jerry, I first got to say, I think we learned the last time we saw Adrian Street that a lot of that get-up and all that stuff is just simply to lull you into thinking that this guy is not exactly manly and that he can't wrestle. But he came out of that tough English school of wrestling that produced Billy Robinson and so many other guys, and he is some kind of rugged son of a gun.
Well, you know, without a doubt, that's exactly true. I think the whole idea behind the garb, the whole get-up, the whole appearance, is just what you said. It's to try to lull you into a false sense of security and make you think that you're going in there with some kind of wimp or some kind of sissy, or I could say something else, but I'm not going to say that right now, and you know, underestimate the guy. But as you said, Lance, he proved when he was here before that he is a very capable wrestler. He's been out of the area, and since he has left here, I always try to keep up on the different individuals. He has won 3 different single titles since he left this area. So, you know, he's been going around the country making quite a name for himself, and apparently has improved quite a bit since the last time he was here. And so he's going to be, you know, a worthy contender. He is, the AWA has said that he is one of the top 10 contenders for the Southern title. So anybody that gets that kind of ranking, you can't look past him. You can't take him for granted. So, you know, it's sort of like, with all that get-up, I think Boy George has kind of made that kind of look fashionable, but I can tell you this, that when I get through with Adrian Street, you know, I've said a lot of good things about him, but I will tell you this, when I get through with him, he's going to be looking for someplace other to make a name other than Memphis. But let me say this, Lance, I just want to real quick kind of get off the subject if I could. Last week I had the opportunity and the pleasure to go over and visit with some very special friends of mine. Every year I make it a point to make an appearance at, well, it's an occupational workshop or sheltered occupational workshop for a bunch of retarded children and special kids there. And the Nunnery Brothers sing at their Christmas party every year, and I go by and see them. And I did that this past Thursday and saw all the kids, and I had a very unique experience, and it really kind of opened my eyes there for a minute. I had a young girl come up to me after the show, and she said, you know, I used to have a lot of pictures of you. I used to have a lot of pictures on my wall of you and everything. And I said, you used to? Well, what happened to them? And she said, well, I gave them all away. And I thought, well, that was kind of unique. I said, you know, well, why did you give them away? And she said, well, you did something. She said, you did something bad. And I was racking my brain. I said, well, what did I do that made you give all my pictures away? And she said, I was watching you on TV, and she said, you told a guy to go to hell. And
yeah, you did.
I sure did. And I want to stand out here today and say that opened my eyes to the responsibility that not only I have, but all of the rest of the wrestlers have, especially when there are a lot of, as you can look here in the audience, a lot of great young people here today, and a lot of them are watching on TV out there today. And I think we need to be more or acknowledge the fact that you know, we are role models. There are a lot of people out there that look to the people on television and look up to them, and I must admit that wasn't setting a very good example, and I want to apologize to not only her but to everybody out there, and I'll try not to let that happen again. Okay, Lance?
Bless your heart, Jerry. We appreciate the very sincere honesty about it. Okay.
See you Friday, and I think Jerry Jarrett's going to come out here. I also want to thank Daryl May and all of the board members of the Coliseum, because they got the Christmas spirit, and they've given all the wrestling fans a break, and I want to say I appreciate it.
Oh, boy, you got that right. We'll be talking more about that later. Thank you, Jerry. Good luck to you coming up with 80th Street, and I certainly hope that he does not take it lightly, because this street, we've seen him rack some heads. We got more big action. We'll get to the ring for you in just a moment.
Ace Appliance Company has good news for smart shoppers.
Got my first apartment and my first Zenith with a rebate. Pretty smart, huh?
$50 rebates on 25-inch Zenith System 3 consoles. $75 and $100 rebates on Advanced System 3, the smart sets.
I'm getting $100 back.
Get your factory rebate now, direct from Zenith.
Now I think I'll buy a chair.
At Ace Appliance Company, the Mid-South's largest Zenith dealer. Who was Bud on Father Knows Best? Who was the star of The Flying Nun? Who played Jungle Jim? These and more of those all-time great old TV shows are part of Nostalgia Week on TV5 starting Monday. We're taking time out from our regular afternoon lineup to bring you Father Knows Best, The Donna Reed Show, Hazel, Dennis the Menace, Wild Bill Hickok, Jungle Jim, The Monkees, and The Flying Nun. All your favorite shows you watched as a kid after school. It's Nostalgia Week starting Monday at 3:30 on TV5.
Be sure to join us for New Year's Eve at Overton Square, brought to you again by TV5 and FM 100. Enjoy wrestling at the Mid-South Coliseum. Then, as a bonus, ride the TV5 and FM 100 free shuttle bus service to and from New Year's Eve at Overton Square. Remember, December discount prices are still in effect for wrestling on New Year's Eve, with children under 12 admitted free. So enjoy both. Wrestling at the Coliseum, then join us for New Year's Eve at Overton Square. The fun starts at 10:30.
Gentlemen, are you familiar with the term zombie?
Friday night at 7 on TV5, enjoy the world television premiere of a made-in-Memphis film. A takeoff on the 1950s horror flicks entitled I Was a Zombie for the FBI. Invite your friends over and get your popcorn ready for I Was a Zombie for the FBI. 7 Friday night on TV5.
We're about ready to go with Jimmy Hart's interns in the ring. Nice welcome from the crowd out here for you, Jimmy.
You know, these people make me sick. First of all, I am not a wimp. I'm sick of hearing all this stuff, man. You know, I'm a very important man. I've been flying all over the country. You know, last week I was in Cleveland, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland. I didn't miss TV here, right or wrong. Did you miss me? Well, I don't care whether you did not. I came back in here, and everything's complete topsy-turvy. First of all, you know, it's hard to even start back on the front to even explain everything that's happened in my life lately. But what I'm disturbed about here, and I'm going to be serious for a change right here today, is this, baby. Troy Graham, my best friend in the world, Troy Graham. Can you believe that Eddie Marlin is out here trying to turn his head against Jimmy Hart? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
Eddie, no.
No, and I'll tell you exactly why he's doing it. You know why he's doing it? I'll tell you why he's doing it. Because he knows if Troy Graham and Jimmy Hart got together, he's got the interns, and I've got the Dirty White Boys, Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert, baby, Ken Wayne, Danny Davis. I've got the whole First Family professional wrestling and more people on the way, Iron Mike Sharp. He knows if we combine together, then we would rule professional wrestling all over the world. So Eddie Marlin, he thinks he's so smart, baby. He stays up 24 hours a day trying to pull things over on Jimmy Hart, but he's never been able to do it yet, and he never will be able to do it. He went to Troy Graham and said, let me tell you something, Troy. Jimmy Hart's no good. He's not your friend. You need to get away from him. I'm telling you right now. So he's trying to start this conspiracy against us, and that is so ridiculous, Eddie Marlin, because like I said before, baby, you can spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, a month on it, but you'll never put anything over on Jimmy Hart. You know it, I know it, and the people know it.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy. Maybe it was because you neglected him when he got his leg broken.
Oh, I didn't neglect anybody. These wimps like Jerry Lawler, Valiant, all these guys like that. Here comes my friend now. Hey, baby, come here, Troy.
Baby, don't
come
give
here.
Me that. No, don't come give me that, man. I don't want to hear that from you, man. You didn't send me no money. You didn't send me no get-well cards. Jerry Jarrett, Eddie Marlin, nobody sent me nothing. Even you, Lance. I called you, Lance, up on the phone, and I even asked you for a loan. What'd you do? You hung up in my face. You know what your problem is, Hart? I'll tell you what your problem is, baby. You're jealous, baby. You are jealous.
Jealous?
Yeah, you're jealous.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, let me tell you something, Troy. If your memory serves you well, but evidently you don't, let me tell you something, baby. James J. Dillon came in here, right or wrong. Where is he now? He's working at a service station down in Florida somewhere, managing it. Why? Because Jimmy Hart got rid of him. Then there was Jimmy Cornette, who I brought under my wing. Boy, I taught him everything he knows, but not everything I know. Where is he now? He's flown the coop. I love competition, baby, but we're not competition.
No, wait a minute. You don't love competition. You know when Cornette come in, you know what you was doing? You was crying on me and poor Chop Cash's shoulders, baby. You was crying, baby. You was crying, oh, he's going to run me out of the territory. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. No, you are jealous,
I guess you and Pork Chop got rid of him, right?
No,
you didn't get rid of him. You know who did? Jimmy Hart did. But let me tell you this. Hey, look. I sent you money. I sent you $50 a week to your family, to your wife and your mother, and to all your people there. I gave you $50 a week.
Baby, the only thing you left me was a loan. You didn't send me nothing, man. You didn't send me nothing,
Well, let me tell you what. Here's a $100 bill right here. Here's a 50. Here's some 20. Here, take this 20, baby. Here's a $20 bill for Christmas. Come on.
Now, why don't you take that and buy you a real gold earring and put it in the ear and get rid of that fake gold, baby. Get you some real gold if you want to do something.
Wait, let me tell you something, man. Hold it.
You're jealous, Hart. That's what's wrong with you, baby. You're jealous, man.
What are you talking about? You know what?
You're jealous of me and my interns,
You're
baby.
letting Eddie Marlin brainwash you, Troy. You're letting Eddie Marlin. Now, look, now you got the people over here. Now the people are, see, you got the people turning against me. Let me tell you something. I sent you money, and what? You didn't get your checks that I sent you?
I didn't get no. What checks, man? Your phone is get well card from Undertaker. You didn't send nothing, baby. Didn't nobody send me nothing.
You know, I can't believe that you're falling into Eddie Marlin's trap. I cannot believe, see, maybe Eddie Marlin's smarter than I thought. Let me tell you something, baby. I've got the greatest organization in the world. All we've got to do is combine, baby. Look where I'm going, baby. Cleveland, please, I'm flying everywhere all over the world. The new magazine came out, Manager of the Year. I'm excited, man. Come on, get on my bandwagon, baby.
Yeah, get on your bandwagon, baby, yeah. Your old statement, baby, all dressed up but nowhere to go. That's you, baby.
That's right. I'm going everywhere, and you're... Well, let me tell you something.
You're jealous of me, Hart. You're jealous of me. Huh?
Oh,
you're laughing.
you're wrong.
Now. You're laughing.
Look,
now.
here.
You laugh at a cripple? Is that it? You want to laugh at a cripple? I don't want your money, man. I don't want your money. I don't want your money, man. Hang on to your money and feed your family and your 3 girlfriends you got on the side, baby.
I got 5 girlfriends. It's not 3.
Have you really?
Let me tell you something,
hey,
baby.
Don't point at me, man.
Let me tell you something.
You want to hit me? You want to get like, man?
Hey, come on,
You want to hit me,
boy.
baby? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Take a foot. Go ahead and hit me, Hart, if that's what you want to do. You want to hit me, huh? You want to hit me?
Autograph it for you.
You think your team is so hot? Where are they at? Where are the dirty white boys? If they're so hot, why don't you get them out here? Come on out, interns. We'll just match them up right now, baby.
Let me tell you something, baby.
You
We
can't
ain't
tell me
afraid of
nothing,
nothing or
brother.
nobody.
Come on out,
See, you're funny. Oh, here they come. Well, look, I've got to make a phone call. I've got to make a phone call.
Yeah, you got to make a phone call. You ain't nothing, baby. You ain't nothing.
Well, there goes Jimmy Hart. Little confrontation with Troy Graham out here. We're going to be looking at the interns in action right now.
Man, he's washed up.
Okay, Troy.
Well, I'll say one thing. If I've ever seen 2 men that are eaten up with greed and jealousy, it certainly would have to be this man, Troy Graham, and this Jimmy Hart. I see our next match is in the ring, so let's turn it over to our good friend Dave Brown.
All right, this is going to be a 1-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing.
Brother, they didn't wait for introductions or anything else. The interns hurdling Jimmy Jamison and brother, Lance, I'll tell you what, these fellas are as devastating a pair as I've ever seen in my life.
Dave never got a chance to announce Jim Jamison and Ken Raper. Jamison just got slammed out on the concrete floor. Raper up in the ring takes a big elbow from one of the interns. Man, oh man, they never waited for the bell or anything, Gordon.
They sure didn't, and of course that's the same way they treated other teams along the line. And Graham out there getting there's a chair across the head and a chair across the back. Meanwhile, they've got him pinned in the ring. And you talk about a team that is, in my opinion, almost berserk with their quest for power. And they're not satisfied here. As big and powerful as they are. You can hear them continue to ring that bell, but it is all over. And these interns, along with Troy Graham, just running a totally and completely roughshod over Ken Raper and Jim Jamison. Well, you can see they continue the punishment here, bringing Raper up. Full body slam out on that concrete. And I think we've seen well enough of this kind of carnage, Lance.
In addition to being out here and jumping before the bell. Oh, yeah, you're proud of that, I guess. They bring a chair in and beat somebody over the head with a thing. They didn't do it solely in the ring. They had to grab a chair, Gordon, and they hit Raper about 6 times with a chair out here and slammed Jim Jamison with it. Look at that.
Well, this is needless abuse being heaped on this combination. We're well rid of the interns at this time, and we'll be back. We'll be back in just a moment.
Have fun buying Jolly Royals Rainbow of Furniture Value. For the next few days, you can feel good all over finding your pot of gold with a certified value in an Armstrong King 3-piece bedroom suite. Look, you get this large ornate dresser, matching mirror, plus this king-size bed and frame. Not the $399 you'd expect to pay, but Jolly Royals rainbow price of only $199. Optional 5-drawer chest or 2-drawer nightstands, only $99 extra at Royal discount. Free delivery, free layaway, free parking, and we carry our own accounts.
Oh, it happens every year. More Christmas lists than money. But look what Dollar General's got. A bundle of great gift ideas for just $1 or $2. A Sharp storage box for up to 15 favorite cassettes, just $1. Lady Charlene chocolates make a sweet gift idea at $1 a box. Give her colorful fluffies for only $2 a pair, and she'll love her Christmas stockings from Hanes, just $1 a pair. So tie up a great Christmas right now at your Dollar General store.
New washer and dryer? Mm-hmm.
Hello, Remco.
New refrigerator, too?
Mm-hmm. Hello, Remco.
Call Remco. Our affordable rental purchase plan makes it easy to get full-featured appliances in the styles and colors you want.
At Remco, I can rent to own brand new appliances?
Yes, and that's a promise. At Remco, you don't even need credit to get brand new appliances. Best of all, we'll deliver today.
Hello, Remco.
Hello.
You know, I've always been impressed by strength, and that's why I'm impressed by the product of my friends at Mid-South Builders. Now, they offer all kinds of siding for your home, but they specialize in U.S. steel siding. When you let Mid-South Builders put super steel siding on your home, you're going to save on depreciation, save on fuel bills, and end costly house painting forever. Not to mention that it's rust-proof, termite-proof, and fire-resistant. Mid-South Builders has offered quality workmanship for over 25 years, and they offer complete remodeling services. They got financing available with easy terms and free estimates. Call them today at 948-0461.
All the solid news about the action coming up Friday. Remember, of course, we're not going to be wrestling on Christmas Eve, Monday night. We'll be wrestling on Friday, December the 28th, will be the next action in the Coliseum. And we have got a great card lined up for you, plus some real breaks on those ticket prices. And one of the bouts will be the Mid-America heavyweight title holder, Iron Mike Sharp, going against handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Over here, baby. What do you mean, handsome Jimmy Valiant? I think I'm better looking than Jimmy Valiant. What's Jimmy Valiant got but a lot of long, flowing blonde hair? He comes out there and he shakes that hair and he's shaking everything. Well, I'll tell you something. He's going to be shaking. He's going to be lying on the mat when I get through with him. When I hit him with this big right hand right here, he's going to be shaking right on the ground. Right, Jimmy?
You better believe it.
That's right.
Like
Right
I said,
here.
baby, this is the champion, baby. Championship material in the first family of professional wrestling. You know, a lot of people have been talking about what he wears on his arm. You mentioned it too, didn't you?
You bet. By golly, I'll tell you one thing. There's been a lot of criticism raised. You got something in there. It's
I have
not
not
just...
got nothing, and I'm getting sick and tired of listening. And I'll tell you something. You say that one more time, and I'll let you have it.
Come on, Mike.
I'll let you have it.
Jimmy, you better get him back out of here. We don't need any of that around here. Now, you save it for Jimmy Valiant.
You're provoking these people. I have an
Provoking
issue.
anything
This
in
is
there.
protection. That's all it is. I don't want to hear no more.
Yeah, you hit somebody in the head and you knock lumps all over it with them. Okay, let's go to the ring. We got action coming up.
Got a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match coming up here. Introducing from Lexington, Kentucky, 220 pounds, Johnny Wilhoit. And going against him from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, at 275 pounds, current holder of the Mid-America belt, Iron Mike Sharp. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit, Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
All right, there you see Jimmy Hart in the ring now with Iron Mike Sharp, the Mid-America champion. Johnny Wilhoit in the red trunks out of Lexington, Kentucky. By the way, his sports specialties in high school and college, track and wrestling. He established 6 Kentucky State powerlifting records. I'm referring, of course, to Mr. Wilhoit, including a 700-pound squat. This man is just tremendously powerful. He did suffer, of course, injury to the femoris muscles in the right leg. They put him out of action for quite a while, but he's back in action now, and he is noted as having one of the most powerful drop kicks in the sport. Iron Mike Sharp complaining about, and the referee trying to check that support that he carries over the right forearm. A lot of complaints about that leather contrivance around the forearm. All right, Wilhoit squares up with him. Iron Mike Sharp out of Canada. He was a national amateur boxing champion as well, and a good reversal here, and a good reversal by Wilhoit. Wilhoit lateral drop and takedown on Iron Mike Sharp, and a near fall.
You know, I'm so sick and tired of people saying in that protective brace he wears something in there. It's a protective brace, Gordon Solie. You know it, and I know it.
Well, I've never examined it personally, so I would hesitate to make a definitive statement for fear of contradiction by somebody who could corroborate Mr. Hart's statement. Side headlock now by Iron Mike Sharp. Sharp off the ropes. Johnny Wilhoit getting set. Let's see if he comes up with a good drop kick here. Ducks away from it very nicely. Wilhoit catches him with a good cross-body block. And Sharp, using that tremendous power, upper body strength, was able to get away from it. Spin under takedowns, 2 in a row. And a drop kick now by Wilhoit that puts the Mid-America champion down. Iron Mike Sharp in trouble and headlong out of that ring, being assisted now by Jimmy Hart. And so Mr. Sharp has suddenly found out that dynamite does indeed come in a small package, a 220-pound package called Johnny Wilhoit of Lexington, Kentucky. So the big man from Canada backing away. And now the crowd picking up a chant, and it's much to the dismay of Iron Mike Sharp. All right, Iron Mike Sharp offering him now. The only advantage I would think Sharp might have on this would be leverage from the standpoint of his height. If Wilhoit goes for it, as Wilhoit will be giving away some leverage in that respect, but strength-wise, I think Wilhoit can match him. Any man who's set 6 different Kentucky State powerlifting records. And let's see how Wilhoit fares now. You can see there the extra leverage, but look at Wilhoit. Excellent move, and Iron Mike Sharp feels the sting of that canvas on his back once again. High atomic knee drop by Wilhoit. Wilhoit closes in, lateral press. Tries to hook that far leg, but Sharp is able to get it over the ring rope. That forces a break. Grabs it back once again, referee Jerry Calhoun. Calls for the break on that. And so, the Mid-America champion has got himself a 220-pound bundle of problems called Johnny Wilhoit. The count is on. Iron Mike Sharp trying to break the momentum of Wilhoit, and that was at the direction of one Jimmy Hart, the leader of the First Family. I'll tell you, we're talking about singles matches and tag team matches, and a lot of big tag team battle royals and tournaments upcoming. And a tremendous amount of top prize money being given away. A number of $50,000 tag team battle royals. Tag teams from all over the country have entered into these battle royals. All right, Wilhoit caught again, this time by Iron Mike Sharp. So Sharp trying to turn the tide of this battle, using that forearm across the back and then the flat of the foot into the back of the head of Johnny Wilhoit. Off the ropes again. He ducks away. Wilhoit in behind his man. Trying to set him for a rolling reverse. He's got him. No, sir. Sharp able to break away from it. A count of 2. And it is Sharp bringing him up. Came down with that elbow, but Wilhoit rolled to one side. Good drop kick by Wilhoit. Has Sharp back to the canvas again. Sharp to his knees, and Wilhoit lashes out with a hard right hand. Another clubbing right hand. Another one that catches Sharp to the side of the head. He'll short circuit that brain, and Mr. Sharp will go to Knoxville. Wilhoit. Full weight of that body charging at Iron Mike Sharp. Now Sharp doing something to that protective device around his forearm. Wilhoit off the rope. Ooh. Down and out. Down and out. Iron Mike Sharp. Again, catching him with that lariat coming off the ropes. And very quickly scores the pinfall. Iron Mike Sharp over there appealing to the crowd. But a great battle put up by Johnny Wilhoit. And again, complaints filing to the referee, but it is Iron Mike Sharp denying any implication. And very quickly, the Mid-America champion leaving the ring.
You're a real champion of action! A real champion, a real man! A real man! Know what I'm known as? I'm known as the Canadian Avalanche! And I'm the biggest, I'm the best, and I'll take on anybody!
How do you explain that adjustment on that protective device?
What adjustment?
Well, let's take a look at it. We've got it right on tape. What are you doing right there, Mr. Sharp? Right at that point.
It just happens to be slipping a little, that's all. I don't want it to slip off my arm. Beautiful, baby. That's all. Nothing else.
All right.
My power. That's all. Strength, power. Nobody can understand that. Nobody can understand me.
Thank you, Mr. Sharp. You've made your point abundantly clear. We'll be back in just a
moment. Hey, smell that fresh buttered popcorn.
Gee, Eddie, nothing can penetrate the stuffy nose.
This can?
Hall's mentholyptus?
Yeah, with vapor action. Hall's vapor action penetrates deep into clogged nasal passages to help your stuffy nose feel clearer, while Hall soothes your throat to help your cough.
Wow, that's great.
The popcorn?
No, the Halls.
For penetrating relief, get Hall's vapor action. And try sugar-free Halls, too.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it company. That's the song I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Smells of the holiday bring me home every time. Martha White for the holidays, she brings me home. Martha White. Happy holidays from Martha White.
We're Beatrice. Central for all your rental needs. Central, we make living easy.
If you're renting or thinking about renting a TV or appliance, listen up, because I'm talking about saving you money. At Central Appliance, we carry name brand TVs, stereos, washers, dryers, refrigerators, all your appliance needs at rates lower than any of our competitors. Why pay more? Call us. We guarantee it.
Central, we make living easy.
Come on, we got more action coming up here, boy. We got an expiration of time match. It is going to be a dandy when the Nightmares meet the Baton twins, Mark and Brad, and we're looking forward to that action still to come here on Championship Wrestling. Want to run over once again very quickly for you the action that will be taking place at the Coliseum when? Friday, December the 28th, not on Monday night. rather than the Christmas Eve night. We're going to be on Friday, December the 28th, and some great news about the action. First, the card. Lanny Poffo goes against a spoiler in the opening match. That'll be followed by a ladies match. It'll have Candy Devine and Amy Monroe bringing the gals back into action in the Coliseum. Then we'll be looking for big Playboy Frazier going against Tojo Yamamoto. Tag team action following that will be the Nightmares, Wayne and Davis, against Constant and Ashley. That'll be a little truth settling right then and there. The Interns with Troy Graham will be facing Jimmy Hart's Dirty White Boys, and you don't want to miss that one. That'll be some head knocking all over that Coliseum. Mid-America title match. Don't you imagine that handsome Jimmy Valiant going to have a few things up his sleeve about that big brace on the arm of Iron Mike Sharp. He just got through using it and you saw him. Next will be a premier match, international title match. Eddie Gilbert will be defending against Terry Taylor, and we're looking forward to seeing Terry back in action. And the final bout, a Southern Heavyweight Championship match, when Jerry the King Lawler goes against Adrian Street as a challenger. Okay, we want to remind you again, action will start at 8 o'clock. Tickets will be $3, general admission, $5 and $6. This is a great way to end the year. Parking has been reduced from $2 to $1, so that, brother, you can bring the entire family and get in for a reasonable price that you are going to love. Children 12 and under admitted free to general admission. Make it a point to bring the entire family Friday night. Make your plans right now. You can get your tickets at the Coliseum all during the weekend there, or you can get them at any of the Ticketmaster locations. If you want to save the drive to the Coliseum, the tickets will cost you 50 cents more at the Ticketmaster locations, but you're saving, for instance, from Millington. You can get them at the Navy base out there where there is a Ticketmaster location. Save all the gasoline money that you'd be driving into the Coliseum. All of that action coming up Friday the 28th. We're going to be back with Dave in the out-of-town action coming right after we listen to this.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors and pharmacists recommend Selsun Blue more than all other leading brands combined. It's #1. What that means to you is no leading brand gets rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, or try it yourself. That's all the proof you'll need. Selsun Blue. It's #1.
Action coming up at the Coliseum on Friday night, the 28th. Listen to this. Action coming up around the Mid-South on Sunday night, December 30th. Jonesboro, Arkansas. Boy, what a way to end a year over in Jonesboro with 6 big matches, 3 title matches included on the card. Handsome Jimmy Valiant will be there. The King, Jerry Lawler, also. Troy Graham will have his interns over there. Box office will be open at 9 o'clock in the morning, so you can buy your tickets in advance for the 3 o'clock wrestling action coming up on Sunday, December 30th in Jonesboro. Then that night, championship wrestling moves across the river over to Madison County, Jackson, Tennessee. 8 o'clock at night, wrestling time for the big year-end special. General admission will be $3. Ringside, only $5. That's in Jackson, Sunday night, December 30th. Lawler, Valiant, the Interns, the Baton Twins, Eddie Hot Stuff, Gilbert, Nightmares, Wayne, and Davis, all will be there. And the box office in Jackson will be open that day at 12 noon for advance ticket sales. Again, that's Sunday night, December 30th in Jackson. Wrestling time will be 8 o'clock that night. Friday night, January 4th, starting 1985, Blytheville, Arkansas at the American Legion Arena. Tickets are on sale for that action over in Blytheville, Arkansas on the 4th. And on Friday night, January 11th, up in Milan, Tennessee at the high school, you buy your tickets in advance and you will save $1 on your ticket. And coming soon, championship wrestling will be in Fulton, Mississippi at Itawamba Junior College. Big action coming up around the territory. We urge you to be right there at ringside when it's near you. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Yeah, okay. Why don't we do a Norelco right now, and then we'll be back to us. Okay, we'll do.
Norelco Rotatract, the shaving machine that challenges the world. Every blade, every electric, in closeness, comfort, speed, and performance. Only Norelco holds a charge up to 3 times longer than any leading razor. Only Norelco packs 3 floating heads with a patented twin-action shaving system. Get it? And like it, or get your money back. Remember, only a Norelco performs like a Norelco.
Okay. We're delighted to have Jerry Jarrett here with us. And Jerry, I was saying just a little bit ago, not only have we got, it's not a question that we've got just some fair matches coming up on Friday the 28th. We have got a dynamite card of action coming in there. And boy, it is super that the prices are down, the parking's down, tickets are available now all over town so that folks don't have to drive in from Millington and things like that. I am pleased as punch.
Well, I really feel good about it, and I'm excited. I want to take this opportunity to thank Darrell May and the board of directors at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that wrestling had so many friends. They are very concerned about it. They've done all that I think is in their power for the fans. They put the tickets on sale at all locations. They have lowered the parking prices $1. They lowered the rent so that we could pay to bring in some of the top talent that the fans want to see. Also, by them lowering the cost to us for doing business, we were able to pass that savings right on to the fans and lower the prices back to pre-tax days. So the state of Tennessee still gets their tax, and the fans don't have to pay for it.
And it's $3, $5, and $6 coming up for Friday night. Goodness gracious, that is a real rollback in terms of the prices on it. And the thing that I think that it is absolutely super, just a personal opinion about it, that in the general admission section, where you got a $3 price in there and only $1 for parking, you can now afford to bring the family because, you know, Jerry, it's the absolute truth that when you're at $5 a ticket in there and you had a wife, a husband, and 3 kids and $2 parking, you're talking $27 to come down and see the matches, and they're great matches, but boy, this is super.
Now it's back where we can all afford it.
All right, I love that. Thank you, partner, for a lot of things, and we'll be looking forward to seeing great action down there Friday night, and the money's going to be less. We'll be back with the Baton twins going against the Nightmares, Ken Wayne and Danny Davis, in just a moment.
Stuffy nose and cough? Here.
Hall's Vapor Action helps your stuffy nose feel clearer, while Hall's soothes your cough. For penetrating relief, get Hall's Vapor Action.
Uh-oh, Santa. This mommy wants a microwave oven and a bedroom-sized portable TV. Uh-oh.
Cheer up, elves. Champion has brand new Linton microwaves and Sony TVs in all sizes, and anyone can rent on a Champion. Do you know why, elves?
There's no credit hassle and no security deposit and on-the-spot approval. Are we right, Santa?
That's right, elves. Rent to own this Christmas at Champion TV and Appliance Rentals.
Hope we're going to a New Year's Eve party.
I'd prefer an office party.
I want to go to a school party.
McDonald's Chicken McNuggets 20-pack, the life of any holiday party.
Let's go to a sleigh ride party. It's a good time for the great taste.
Parties, parties. That's all you 20-packs ever think of.
Think of McDonald's gift certificates for all your favorite people and get a free Big Mac with every $5 gift certificate purchase. McDonald's gift to you.
It's the place to be on New Year's Eve. Overton Square. To make it easier to enjoy the celebrating TV5 and FM 100 will provide parking at the fairgrounds with free shuttle bus service from 9 to 1 between the fairgrounds and Union and Cooper. Go to wrestling first at the Coliseum and then hop on the shuttle bus because the fun begins at 10:30 on the square with music videos all night long and fireworks at midnight. Join the fun in person or tune into TV5 and FM 100 for a stereo simulcast. Either way, don't miss New Year's Eve at Overton Square.
Okay, before we get into the action with the expiration of time, Gordon and I want to take a second first to thank all of you for your cooperation on the child search program. It's been marvelous the way they've been able to turn up as many of the kids as they have, Gordon, and we have still, and unfortunately, an endless supply. Maybe this will not be true at some point, of some children that are missing, and the first one we'd like to talk about is Katina Hooks. Katina has been missing since December the 12th, 1984. She is from the Memphis, Tennessee area. She was last seen in that area. She has dark blonde hair, 5'3", 110, with blue eyes. Katina Hooks. Take a real good look right here. And if you have any information pertaining to Katina, call area code 901-528-8400. Please take a real good look, and if you have any information, call the number 901-528-8400. There's also another child that Gordon has.
There is indeed, Lance. This is Kelly Holland Jr., also known as Bobby Holland. Now, he has not been seen since February 12th, 1982 in Larks Lane, Kentucky. He could be in the vicinity of Boonville, Kentucky, or Tampa, Florida, or Thanodasassa, Florida. But anyone having any information on this youngster, please call in Florida 1-800-342-0821. Outside of Florida, please call area code 904-488-5221. That's 904-488-5221. This is Kelly Holland Jr., also known as Bobby Holland Jr., and he's 8 years old, and he was last seen in Larks Lane, Kentucky in 1982. So I would assume his appearance has changed somewhat since that time, Lance, but hopefully perhaps somebody will spot him and give these folks a call.
Yeah, make it a great, great season by giving a call and your continued cooperation. We're ready for action, Gordon. Let's go to the ring. More action, and we'll get up to Davey for the introduction of our final bout. Dave?
This one's going to the expiration of time. The team with the most falls to their credit when the time expires will be the winners of the match. Climbing into the ring right now without the mask, of course, the Nightmares. And their competitors stepping through the rings. This is going to be the match to the expiration of time. Introducing at 454 pounds from Charleston, West Virginia, the Baton twins, Mark and Brad. Going against him at a total weight of 437 pounds from Tennessee, with their manager Jimmy Hart, wrestling without their mask, the Nightmares, Ken Wayne and Danny Davis. Match to the expiration of time. Here's Jerry Calhoun, your referee.
Ought to be a super expiration of time match, Gordon. They're about the same size in terms of their physical appearance.
Yeah, there's no question about it. It should be a very even match. The Baton brothers in the red trunks, Ken Wayne and Danny Davis, and Mark and Brad Baton. Interesting little story on the Baton brothers. Although they went through high school together, they did not go to college together. Mark went to West Virginia State, Brad went to Glenville State, and they were opponents on football teams. And Brad, up until the very last game of the season, held the punt return record. But on the very last game of the season, Mark returned a punt for 85 yards and beat out his brother Brad.
Isn't that something? That's Brad in there right now with Ken Wayne, and what a move Wayne pulls. Boy, I'll tell you, the Nightmares, they can wrestle. No two ways about it. A lot of bad things, and I think primarily because Hart's in their corner, they can wrestle.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart has that as a prerequisite for any of his family, is that he really goes through their amateur backgrounds and their records. And, of course, with that kind of a group, he is able to really get into some intensive training. Good leg trip and hammerlock. And now the Baton brothers tag up. Let's see. Is this...
This is Mark in there right now, I think.
No. Which one has a little more gray? That's Brad.
That's Mark.
Mark has a little more... Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is, then.
I'm sure I'll get corrected right after the show's over with, Gordon. But that's okay.
All they have to do is put a little color back in, and we're really going to be confused.
Yeah, really.
Two terrific teams here. Full arm drag and twist. Reversal here by Baton. Baton gets a good reversal on him. Gets over, makes the tag. And Baton comes in down across those biceps and triceps. Wow, excellent. Moved inside his man. Vertical fireman carry. And again, they tag up. Both teams are superlative wrestlers.
There's the big upper arm drop down on Danny Davis again. And this time he takes him really over and down, drops on that leg. And you can, one of the interesting things watching him, and this could apply to either team, is how they're able to go from one hold to another and continue to keep that upper hand. I love it.
Yeah, it's chain wrestling at its very, very finest, and Baton brothers, I think, are particularly long in that particular suit. But you got to give these Nightmares all the credit in the world, even though they were humiliated not too terribly long ago by the Louisville Sluggers, Tim Ashley and Steve Constant. Good wing over takedown and into a full body slam. And Baton into a full arm drag and twist, Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Moves in on him once again. And again the tag is made. Wayne unable to get that tag, and again they make the tag while they're in that corner, and now it is Danny Davis in there, caught with a spin under takedown. Excellent match, and really very even up at this time, Lance.
I think the Nightmares have been totally surprised. He did make the tag, Jimmy. I don't care what you're complaining about. They made it when he was in the middle of that monkey flip. I think one of the interesting things also, speaking of the Baton's background, here's a case with Ken Wayne where it's like Eddie Gilbert, Gordon. It's a second-generation wrestler, and he is far more experienced than his years would indicate.
Yeah, most wrestlers' sons began to roll around down the floor and wrestling at the age of 2 or 3, and it's just a gradual transition into the pro ranks. All right, he's trying to get to those ring ropes, and he's just scant. He does. He makes it to the ring rope. That'll force the break.
Danny Davis reached right in your living room, but look at here.
Jerry Calhoun exercising his optional authority there, and doing it very frankly. I have to give him credit on a good judgment call there. Jimmy Hart complaining. Caught from behind. Ken Wayne moves into the ring now. Baton brought up and jammed into that turnbuckle. Ooh, brother. Punishment into the chest area, also into the brother trying to separate him and extricate him from that turnbuckle, and he's got some problems. He took a lot of lower abdominal pressure there. Full body slam to the canvas, and the Baton brothers have got some problems here. That being caught in the square of the back may be the turning point here.
Yeah, give Hart his credit, as he does so often. He was making a federal case with a referee about the situation on the ropes up there, and while the referee was engaged with that, it was Ken Wayne outside the rope on the whip, nailed Baton right in the lower back with that knee, and it's been all downhill for the Baton since that time. The Nightmares have been using their abilities and strength to continually dominate. Woo, but it may be over with. Look at here.
Baton finally forces the break on that one, caught from behind by Ken Wayne, and now he is being evicted from the ring by the referee, Jerry Calhoun. I'll tell you what, these officials have a tough time of it. It's difficult. Ooh, high backdrop that has Baton in trouble. Got the lumbar section of the back taking a lot of punishment there. And a headbutt that puts Baton back to the canvas. And so it looks to me like the Nightmares are going to the shortcuts, Lance.
Well, that would not be surprising for the Nightmares, because while they can wrestle, both excellent athletes in their own right, they have an early history of going to those shortcuts.
Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Catches him with the back of the elbow coming off. You saw a picture there momentarily of Jimmy Hart. And, brother, if he doesn't look like the absolute model of nonchalance. Ken Wayne exploding with a hard right hand, double teaming on Baton.
Whoa. Davis really has him.
Referee Jerry Calhoun literally pulling him to one side. And Davis, and again we've got problems as they double team on Baton. Extremely difficult for one man, particularly if a team is going to go to those shortcuts. Very difficult for a single official to maintain law and order.
No question about it. We've talked about this so often, Gordon, and here's a situation exactly. You've got not only both wrestlers in the Nightmares, but you've got Hart that knows how to use every little niche and cranny of an opportunity. Whoa, look at that. Oh, Ken Wayne diving from the turnbuckles. He doesn't pin him.
Didn't allow the pin, and he had him.
That may be a mistake right there for the Nightmares, Gordon.
ripped across the eyes by Ken Wayne. Danny Davis back in there. And Davis in there without benefit of a tag, I believe. Baton catches him now. Good situation here. He's got those shoulders. Ken Wayne again delivering a hard right hand into that prefrontal lobe of Baton. And Baton has taken a lot of percussions to the head. Again, the tag is made. Baton in a lot of trouble here. Ken Wayne now stinging lefts and then a roundhouse right. Puts Baton back to the canvas.
Nothing but solid action thus far in this match, and our time is running out.
It is that. Very little time remaining. The tag is made, and I'll tell you what, the Baton brothers acquitting themselves extremely well against the Nightmares, and now Jimmy Hart could be in trouble here with Baton. And our time continues to run away from us.
Double clothesline while the referee's back was turned. That's going to be it.
That got the pin. We'll be back.
This is Maximum Strength Sinutab 2 No Drowsiness Formula with maximum decongestant, maximum pain reliever, and not a thing to make you drowsy.
An after-Christmas sale is too late if you want to save money on gifts. So CMC's year-end clearance comes early this year, and you won't find lower prices anywhere, now or after Christmas. Save on receivers, turntables, tape decks, speakers, even complete systems. There are clearance prices on video recorders and color TVs, portable stereos, telephones, car stereos, and much, much more. And $100 still says you won't beat CMC's prices.
Tonight on the TV5 Midnight Movie, a classic Dickens tale of a mysterious benefactor who turns a poor orphan into a gentleman of wealth.
Look, I didn't mean what I said about it.
Of course you didn't, Pet. Just remember, hold on to your crown in London town.
Sarah Miles and Michael York in Great Expectations. Midnight tonight on TV5.
Lee grabs the rebound, puts it on the floor, kills the time. South out pass to Turner. Tigers quickly in the forecourt. Turner to Doom. Doom, one bounce to the foul line. 15-foot up. He got it.
Well, earlier in the program, Lance, we saw Iron Mike Sharp utilizing that brace on his forearm to score a pinfall victory. And just a moment ago, we saw a classic example of double teaming by the Nightmares to score a victory over the Baton brothers.
And I think also, again, Gordon, that we've got to point out the fact that here is where the value of that son of a gun Hart is, because he's always involved in the diversion that allows some of this thing to take place. And we've got some of the action to show you how they diverted the referee in the corner. You can see it right there. And now, as they whip him in, watch this double clothesline as he comes out. And there goes, look at his feet.
And that spelled the end for the Baton brothers in this particular match. But again, well, thank heavens for our crew, Dave West, our director, and our entire camera crew. They were alert and very, very sharp in catching that, and they caught the situation with Iron Mike Sharp earlier in the program. And I'll tell you what, without a crew like this program just wouldn't be possible.
We're glad we're able to back up some of the things that we say and go back and look at it again. We had a whale of a show today, Gordon. The Dirty White Boys did not appear as a unit. It was Danny Davis joining Lynn Denton of the Dirty White Boys to go against Constant and Ashley. Ken Wayne snuck up behind and nailed Tim Ashley in the head with a chair, and it resulted in a win for Lynn Denton and Danny Davis. And then Eddie Gilbert, an easy win over young Dave Johnson. Other action. We're out of time. By golly, we got to go.
Yep. Till next week, then. Lance Russell, Gordon, so